Hey YouTube, what's going on? Anyhow, I've been having problems with my 2013 Chevy Cruze, uh, missing really bad, and it only does it when it's hot. Doesn't do it when it's cold, and it only does it when it's under load, build and boost. And of course, I immediately thought, something was wrong with waste gauge or something like that. But I figured I'd just go back to the basics, check the plugs, see what the plugs look like. Well, the two center spark plugs were actually loose and leaking compression around. And I know these are the original spark plugs because I've had this car since it had 20,000 miles on it. So I know they're the original plugs. And they're not running super fat or anything like that. But these two center spark plugs were literally loose. They were like finger tight. They just came straight out. You didn't have to put a wrench on them. I just put a hose on them. That was it. So anyhow, there's that. And then the coil pack just came apart. And this is one of the electrode deals that goes inside here, and it's all corroded, and I'm sure this is a waste spark ignition system, so when one cylinder fires, the other cylinder on the exhaust stroke fires as well, so you're losing two cylinders at one time. So anyhow, the way I'm going to fix it, instead of messing with all this, MSD makes a new high performance ignition coil, and it's supposed to be shipped out tomorrow. I ordered it like a month ago from Summit, but it's supposed to be direct shipped from MSD. But anyhow, I put the exact same spark plugs back in it, 41120s. There'll be a link to my Amazon affiliate link in the description, and you can order them if you want. It's the cheapest way I found to get them. But yeah, no oil or anything, but down in these ports you can literally see there's like compression loss, or I don't know. I'm assuming it's just the exhaust freaking coming out when it fires. Surprisingly, it didn't like blow the coil off or blow stuff apart or anything, but yeah. But anyhow, as soon as that comes in, I'm gonna finish up this video and then I'll post it. But anyhow, I just thought I would share that with you. Just go back to the basics to start off with. You're gonna need T30 torque socket to take the coil pack off. Taking this dude off was a pain. First things first, you gotta do is you gotta pull this little plastic doodad out, and then you gotta squeeze this guy, but as soon as I squeezed it, it broke. But luckily, looks like I'll just be able to wrap a zip tie around it or something. I'm not gonna go and replace the whole connector if I can avoid it, because that's a pain. But yeah, be very careful about that. It's really hard to get this thing to come apart. I'll have the new coil pack as soon as it comes in. I'll install it, and then I'll give you an update on how it runs. All right, guys, my MSD coil is finally in. It was back ordered. It took forever. My car's been down for like 2 weeks because of waiting on this part, but anyhow, it's here. I ordered it from Summit, and took forever to get here. I called Summit, and they said, oh, it's going to be shipped from the manufacturer, blah, blah, blah. Guess MSD was behind on it. Well packaged. I was kind of surprised when I seen how big it was. But there it is. There's the part number. And there'll be a link in the description to my affiliate link for this part. Yeah, I appreciate it. Click on those affiliate links. Give me a little kickback. Appreciate it. Anyhow, let's see what's in the box. Kind of a quick unboxing here. Oh, stickers. That'll make your car run faster. Oh, there you go. Put those off in the I don't care pile. Installation notes. Yep. Take the one out, plug the new one in. That's it. Besides, I'm going to put a little dielectric on it. But well packaged piece. But very nice. Comes with everything on it. I'm going to put a little extra dielectric gel in it just to be on the safe side. But besides that, it's ready to go in. And here's the dielectric gel I'm going to use, just standard dielectric. There'll be a link in the description below, or Amazon link for this. really good stuff to use. You know, it helps keep moisture out of your electrical connections, so it helps to fight against corrosion over time, which is what basically killed the old coil, was just a little corrosion. So anyhow, taking loop. Coffee's working this morning. Now you're taking these out, all you have to do is take these two screws loose. I just stuck them back in so I wouldn't lose them, because I knew the car was going to be down for a minute. Now, mental note just for you guys, don't put these back in if you don't have your spark plugs in and accidentally drop them down the cylinder holes, because that'll really ruin your day. Now, the new spark plugs are already installed. I just went with the factory spark plugs. And now to install, all we're gonna do, line it up on here, lay it down, make sure our electrical connection's out of the way, just give it a little wiggle, making sure everything is in place, push down and feel its seat. Oh yeah, very nice. Reinstall the screws. Alright, I got those run down in, and you're going to need a T30 Torx, and the torque specs are like 11.7 foot-pounds, what I read online. So it's approximately like 135 inch-pounds, or like 15 Newton meters, something along those lines. So anyhow, I mean, German torque specs, good and tight, probably good enough, but just for those of you out there that are OCD, there we go. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. All right. There we go, torque to spec. And now we're just going to plug in our weather pack connector, but I'm going to put a little dielectric on it as well. So just a little dielectric on there, just enough to kind of just smear it on there, fill the holes, and plug her back in. Now, like I said earlier, I broke the clip taking this thing off. It's just old and brittle, but it was actually kind of hard to put back on. I'm going to put a zip tie on it just to make it extra sturdy, and then we'll fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. Alright guys, here we go. First fire up with the new coil, new spark plugs installed. This thing wouldn't hardly run at all before I did this, so I haven't cleared the codes, I haven't done anything to it, I haven't unhooked the battery, nothing. Which technically you probably should unhook the battery before you install the coil, all that stuff, you know, basic automotive safety, blah blah blah. I didn't do that, but anyhow, here goes. Cold start and everything. My AC off. Already sounds drastically better. Fires right up, no problem, and totally smooth. Nice. And I wasn't able to get a zip tie to hold on it, but I really don't think it's going to come off anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. If it becomes an issue later, I'll figure something out. I'll put a zip tie around it and then zip tie to the zip tie or something like that. But yeah, sounds good, looks good. I'm gonna go take it out on a drive and see how it does. All right, well, initial, just first few blocks of driving it, car feels great, running great, nice and smooth, no sputtering, no nonsense, no none of that. So that's awesome. And I mean, it's still cold, so I mean, it's not really, you know, I actually wasn't having that much problem until the last day before I drove it when it broke down. with it driving cold. It was after it warmed up a little bit, it started running bad. But that's probably because the spark plugs were loose, losing compression, and the coils were bad. So once everything warmed up and loosened up and the windings opened up a little bit on the coil, then yep, started running like garbage. But anyhow, pulls all the way through, and nice. No problems there. My check engine light's on, but that's because I've deleted both of my front cats. So, I mean, I'm going to have a cut check engine light from that. Plus, I'm going to have existing codes from the MISFIREs and stuff, but they'll go away on their own, I'm sure, once, you know, you get a few trips in. But, I mean, I've got a way to clear them, but I really don't. I'm not concerned. Oh, it actually broke loose a little bit right there. That's 70. It's 85. 90. And I'm getting a phone call. Seriously.
You have an incoming call.
Never fails. Shooting a YouTube video and I get a phone call. And what is it? One of those stupid debt consolidation people. Ugh, so annoying. Anyhow, car pulled all the way to 90, 95 or so, no problem. And then I got the phone call and I, you know, slowed down because I was not paying attention to what I was doing. I'm cruising at 70 right now. It's running flawlessly. No problems whatsoever. Now 70 miles an hour, wide open throttle. This is actually a little uphill. 80. And by the way, we're somewhere in Mexico. Right. But yeah, definitely fixed the rough idle, that's for sure. Car's running beautifully. Let's pull over here to a little side street. Let's just see what it'll do straight from a dig. And remember, this is just a stock tune. Not bad for a car with not as much displacement as a 2-liter bottle of pop, so, you know. But, you know, I didn't buy this car so I could have the fastest car on the road. I bought it because I wanted 40 miles a gallon fuel economy. So, and I mean, it literally pays for itself with the amount of money on fuel I save from driving my truck back and forth to work. So, but anyhow, I'm gonna drive it a little more and then I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, guys. Well, I've driven the car for a couple days now, and the car runs excellent. It's run better than it ever ran when it had 20,000 miles on it and no issues whatsoever. Drivability every day is freaking, in town is great, on the highway is great, all my fuel economy is back. I'm getting at or above 40 miles a gallon, so I'm happy as a clam about that, because I was getting like 30. It's definitely worth the investment. They're about $100. There'll be a link in the description below to Summit's website where you can get them. They're still not available on Amazon. And when they are later available at Amazon, I'll put that in the description. And something else to note, they also come in red or black if you want black. Same price. There's 2 different part numbers. I'll put the link to both of the coils in the description. But I definitely highly recommend it, and it's a lot easier upgrade than like the B&R Racing 4-coil deal and all that business where you put the multiple coil packs and all that stuff on it. Plus, this is 50 state legal. You can put it on any vehicle and not have any problems. So, anyhow, those are my final thoughts. Definitely recommend it, and thanks for watching. Have any questions? Feel free to comment.